My brother married the woman who should have been mine, and now I'm going to make sure she carries my child. I'm utterly sick of everyone acting like I'm the crazy one, when I'm literally the only person seeing this situation with crystal clarity. Look, I don't even need to drag you through our entire twisted family history. The core truth is simple, piercing. She was supposed to be mine. I don't care who disagrees. I don't care who wants to pretend everything's normal. And I sure as hell don't care who tries to tell me to let it go.
No.
I know what I know. I feel what I feel. And I am not, for 1 second, stupid. My brother Nick is nobody. And I'm not saying that to be mean or dramatic. I'm saying it because it's the truth. The guy has no presence, no personality, no confidence, no voice. He's the type of guy who sits in the back of a room and people literally forget he's there until someone asks, "Wait, has he been here this whole time?" That's Nick. That's who he's always been. Then one day, he just walks into the house and drops it. I'm getting married. To who?
Mia.
Model Mia. Hot Mia. The kind of woman people openly stare at. The kind of woman men remember, long after she's left the room. The kind of woman who makes a space feel different because her presence is so undeniable. She is not supposed to be with someone who fades into the background. She's supposed to be with someone who matches her, someone who stands beside her, someone like me. Don't give me that love is love garbage. Don't give me the maybe she likes quiet men crap. No, 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 no. I know connection when I see it. I know when something aligns. I know when something just makes sense. I looked at her, and it was like my chest recognized her before my head even did. My gut screamed, she's the one. And I was supposed to just sit there? Smile? Clap? Play along like this was normal, like this was fine, like this was how the story was supposed to go? My mother's hand had to grab my arm under the table, her nails digging in, because I was this close to saying something. Not even yelling, just stating the truth. But she dragged me into the kitchen, her voice a harsh whisper. Not now. Not here. Don't you dare embarrass us. Embarrass who? Embarrass what? The real embarrassment was my brother sitting there, next to what should have been my future. And the worst part? Mia didn't do anything wrong. She was polite, soft-spoken. She smiled like she was just trying to make a good impression. She didn't even know what was truly happening. She didn't know the dynamic. She didn't know the history. She didn't know she'd just sat next to the wrong brother. So I swallowed everything. I sat there. I didn't explode. I didn't flip the table. I didn't call anyone out. I didn't say a single thing. I let dinner happen. But the second I got home, I looked her up. I didn't even have to try. I already remembered those pictures. The bikini ones. Yeah, those. And yes, I save them. And yes, I look at them constantly. I don't even try to space it out. I look at her in the morning. I look at her before I go to sleep. I look at her when I'm irritated, when I'm restless, when I need to remind myself that there's a profound reason I feel what I feel. It's not obsession. It's not delusion. It's not fantasy. It is absolute clarity. I know she fits me. I know she is supposed to be with me. I know I am the one she should end up with. Every part of my brain, my chest, my entire body screams the same thing over and over and over. She is mine. My mother tried to tell me the next day that we could find someone else. She just doesn't get it. Nobody does. There is no someone else. There is Mia, and then there is everyone else who does not matter. Nick did not deserve her. Nick did not earn her. Nick did not win her. Nick just got there first because he hides his whole life like a coward and lucked into something he was never built for. And first means nothing. First can be corrected. I don't care if there's a ring. I don't care if there's a wedding date. I don't care if the papers get signed. She's supposed to have my blood, my future, my child. And I'm done pretending I don't know that. Update 1. My mom kept giving me the same tired line she always uses when she wants me to back down. We can find you someone better. She said it like she expected me to just nod and move on. Like I hadn't just stood in the same room as Mia. Like I hadn't felt what I felt. Like I imagined all of it. I had to remind her who Mia actually is. Not just the woman my brother brought to dinner.
Not just some girl he lucked into. Mia.
The kind of woman people notice. The kind of woman people remember. The kind of woman who does not just happen to someone like my brother. So I pulled up her family information right there on my phone and showed it to my mom. The textile manufacturing company. The brand partnerships. The influencer networks. The quiet wealth, the real kind, the kind built into foundations instead of being shouted about online. They don't need to prove anything because their name already does it for them. And I saw the shift in my mother immediately. She tried to cover it, but I know her too well. The way her face paused. The way her voice softened. The way she suddenly had nothing else to say. She wants it.
She always has.
That luxury. That standing. That feeling of being connected to something bigger than whatever we have here. She has already been changing, buying nicer things, talking differently, acting like she has already stepped up a level. She doesn't say it, but I can tell. She sees Mia as the door, and she knows I am the one who fits through it, not Nick. And people love to throw it in my face that I'm home, that I'm not working. Like that means anything. As if going to some job makes someone worth something. As if showing up and clocking in makes you valuable. I don't need to waste myself doing what everyone else does. I am not everyone else.
I know what happens when I walk into a room.
People look. People adjust. Men get tense and don't know why. Women hold eye contact half a second too long.
I don't have to try.
I don't have to prove. It just happens. Presence is not something you earn. It's something you are. And that CEO, Andrew, the one everyone thinks is some kind of untouchable figure? If I walked into his building even one time, I guarantee everything would shift. The energy, the attention, the dynamic. I don't have to be successful to stand above people. I just do. That's the difference between me and men like him. And don't even start with Sierra and Kat. Everyone talks about them like they're on another level. Please. They would feel me the second they saw me. It always happens. It's not something I force. It's just reality. I am not waiting because I am stuck. I am waiting because timing is everything. When I move, it has to be when everyone else is still looking the wrong way. My mother sees it now. She won't say it out loud. She never does. But she knows Mia is not just beautiful. Mia is a future. A position. A shift in the entire trajectory of our family. Mia is supposed to be with me. Nick being there first was a mistake of timing. And timing can be corrected. She was always meant to be mine. She just hasn't realized it yet. By the way, if you're still with me through this wild ride, make sure to hit that subscribe button. More unbelievable stories are definitely coming your way. Update 2. My mother. Don't even start with the "but he's your brother" nonsense. I don't care. I don't give a single damn about the whole family bond fantasy. Nick has never been my brother. He was just there, taking up space, breathing air I could have used, a placeholder in the house and nothing. And for some reason, everyone treated him like he was some sweet kid just because he stayed quiet and stared at books like a sad little orphan character in a movie.
He didn't do anything.
He didn't build anything. He didn't try. He didn't fight. He just existed. That's all he ever did. Just exist. And yet somehow everyone was always like, Nick is so thoughtful, and Nick is so smart, and Nick is so polite. Shut up.
He was boring.
He was empty. He didn't deserve attention. He didn't deserve praise. He didn't deserve to even be seen. And you know what pissed me off the most? When we were growing up, every time I wanted something trivial, my mother gave it to me, as she should. I was the one with personality. I was the one with presence. I was the one with actual potential. Nick was just a little quiet shadow in the hallway. But every time I wanted something more important, something that mattered, something I deserved, guess who got in the way?
Nick.
Somehow, by doing nothing. I swear he didn't even try. He just made my life harder by existing. And don't come at me with your "father tried to teach you responsibility." My father is a joke. A weak man who couldn't handle a real personality in his house and tried to label me as spoiled. My mother was the only one who understood the reality of the world. She used the prenup. She took the house. The house is hers, which means the house is mine. Nick has no claim to any of it. So, when my father tried to act all righteous and told me to stay away from your brother, I agreed just so he'd shut up. But I didn't mean it because how could I stay away when we were forced into the same school? High school was where everyone pretended Nick was some kind of good guy. People liked him because he didn't talk because he sat there like a dog waiting for instructions. People think quiet equals kind. No, quiet equals nothing. Quiet equals empty. So, yeah, I may have helped the truth spread a little. I may have told some people what he was really like. I may have made sure a few rumors got to the right ears. I may have reminded everyone that no one is actually that innocent. But of course, his loser group of loser friends defended him like puppies, like guards. Like they had nothing better to do than orbit around that void of a person. So, did I back off? Yeah, sure, for a second. I had better things to do anyway. Like the ladies. God, high school girls love attention. They love being looked at. They pretend they don't, but they do. And don't tell me otherwise because I saw it. I remember one girl in particular, short skirt, lip gloss, always looking around to see who was watching. She liked the attention. She wanted it. She knew what she was doing. And it was obvious she liked me. We were close. Really close. And then guess who had to ruin it?
Nick.
Of course. He steps in like some kind of pathetic hero, acting like he was protecting her. Like I'm the problem. Like she didn't come find me first, and then everything turned into a whole incident. The school got dramatic. Meetings, phone calls, suspension, whatever. They couldn't prove anything anyway, because there was nothing to prove. She was just playing hard to get, and got caught up in the performance. Everyone acted like she was some saint, like she didn't know exactly what she was doing. Nick ruined that for me, too. Like he ruins everything. And now he has Mia.
No.
He took something that was never his to begin with, and I'm taking it back. Update 3. Explain this to me like I'm stupid. How am I not invited to my own brother's bachelor party?
How?
They're literally planning a trip to another city, hotels, bars, the whole thing, and I'm not even on the list. Not in the groom party. Not even a pity invite. Insane. I asked him straight. Where are we going? What's the plan? Because bachelor parties are for blowing off steam, and I need that. Obviously you party, you do whatever. You reset before the wedding. Normal. Logical. Tradition. Nick goes, dead face, no blinking. It's my friends only. You're not invited. Friends only. Like I'm not family. Like I'm some outsider peeking through the window. Like he gets to gatekeep manhood now because he lucked into a wedding. So, I told him the obvious. Bachelor parties are bachelor parties. People hook up. It happens. At least let me get some stress out. I said it just like that. I'll sleep with a hooker and mind my business. He pulls that disgusted face like he's suddenly holy. He says, I'm not doing that and you're still not coming. Spare me. We're yelling at this point. He's acting like he's above me. He starts with that new vocabulary he found somewhere. Entitled brat.
He called me that. Me.
Then he actually says, maybe I shouldn't come to the wedding at all. Oh, now he's bold. Now he's issuing bans. My mother hears the noise, steps in immediately, tries to steer it, control the narrative like she does. She says, if I'm not invited to the bachelor party, then the family won't attend the wedding. Simple leverage. Correct move. If he wants to cut blood out, then blood won't show up for his pretty little ceremony either. Nick doesn't flinch. He says, fine, I'll tell the planner to remove your names.
Just like that.
No shake in his voice. No hesitation. Like we're nothing. Like our names are crumbs you wipe off a table. And yeah, my mother folded on the spot. Instant switch. We didn't mean that. You misunderstood. We're all emotional. The apology pours out like she's trying to mop up a spill. Then she turns on me and forces me to apologize, too. Pushes me forward. Gives me the look. Say it now. I did it. And he walks off like he's some big tough man who just won a war. Then the father storms in later, all righteous, yelling about respect, yelling about the house, yelling about how he's done with the drama. He brings up the prenup and says he doesn't mind moving out if she wants to play games. Says the house situation isn't going to go how she thinks. Throws around threats like anyone cares. My mother, the one who always runs the board, folds again, says sorry, bites it. She even apologizes to Nick to his face, and I have to stand there and choke on it because now I'm being forced to apologize again like a kid who got caught. I hated every second of it. Nick looks at us like we're strangers trespassing in his lobby. He says, "If either of you create any trouble, I won't hesitate to kick you out." No bluff in it. Then my mother starts crying, doing the whole "you've changed, you're different" speech, trying to pull him back into nice guy mode. He doesn't move. He says, "This is my and Mia's wedding, not your playground. You're not taking this from me." Says it like a lock clicking. And I'm standing there thinking, I have never seen him act like this. Not once. Not growing up. Not ever. The quiet kid with the books suddenly thinks he's the sheriff. He bans me from the trip. He cuts us from the guest list like we're spare parts. He calls me entitled when he's the one sitting next to the woman who is supposed to be mine from the start. Bachelor party in another city without me. Groom party without me. Wedding maybe without me. All because he's playing Mr. Morals now. Please. He doesn't even believe half the words he's using. He's just drunk on the idea that he finally gets to say no to me. So yeah, I apologize because my mother cornered me, and because the timing isn't right to blow it up. But don't confuse that with surrender. He can parade around acting like he's in control. Acting like he's strong. Acting like he's some new version of himself. He only has what he has because he got there first. Update 4. The wedding was a joke. A complete joke. A whole event built around the wrong man. I don't care how beautiful everyone said it was. It was wrong. It was backwards. It was disrespectful. It was a whole day spent pretending reality doesn't exist. I should have been the center. I should have been the best man. The one standing right there. The one people look at. The one people talk about. The one who fits the moment. But no, some guy named Sam got to be the best man. Some tall, quiet, respectable type that Nick apparently trusts. Please. He didn't even look comfortable up there. Just standing, holding the rings like some kind of statue. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there like some nobody cousin in the back row. Disgusting. I tried to talk to Nick about it before the ceremony. I told him straight up that I should be up there, that it would look better, that it makes sense that brothers stand together. He didn't even argue. He just said no. Like that was the end of it. Like I was asking to borrow his car instead of asking for my rightful place. Then my mother stepped in again because apparently everything I say needs to be managed. She told me to drop it and not ruin the day and be on my best behavior. I should have stood up during the vows. I should have said it. I should have stopped the whole thing and told everyone the truth, but my mother had her hand on my arm the entire time, digging her nails in hard. I couldn't move without her yanking me back. I swear the only reason I stayed seated was because I didn't want to make a scene until the right moment. Timing matters. I know that. Then the reception. Oh my God, the reception. There were influential people everywhere. Money, power, business, designers, influencers, models, the kind of crowd that actually recognizes quality. The kind of place I belong. And I saw the women. There were plenty of them. Beautiful, dressed well, confident, the type who should know exactly who deserves attention. The type who should look at a man and recognize a presence. So, I approach one, just one. Warm up, easy. And she looks at me up and down and tells me, "Move along, little boy. Unless you want to get in trouble, little boy." I swear something snapped in my skull. I wasn't even talking aggressively. I was just talking. I was giving her the opportunity to be seen with someone like me. Then some guy, tall, slightly older, steps up beside her and asks if she's okay. Calls her Samantha. Oh, so she has backup. So she thinks she's special. So he thinks he's defending something valuable. Whatever. I tried again. Different women, different conversations, same result. They were pushing me off like they couldn't recognize a real man when he's right in front of them. Like they're so above me, like they weren't there to be looked at in the first place. They're all pawns. They're all putting on a show. They act like they have standards when really they're just scared of someone intense enough to matter. Then some security guard comes up to me like he owns the place. Not event staff, not a renegade, one of those I work out and think it makes me important types. He tells me to behave. I told him who I was. I told him I'm the brother of the groom. I told him I matter more than half the people there. He smirked. He actually smirked and said, "You're not that important. If you cause one more problem, I'll toss you out myself." So, I asked his name, because if you're going to threaten me, I should know who I'm dealing with. He says, "Dean." And then he looks me dead in the eyes and says, "If you go near my friends or my woman again, you'll be eating the pavement." Like I'm scared of some guard dog with muscles and a badge. Like he thinks he has authority over me. Like he thinks he can tell me where to stand. And apparently he was told about me already. Apparently the second I caused one more issue, he was more than happy to drag me out of the reception. So yeah, I backed away for now because I'm not getting kicked out before I'm ready. But I was fuming the entire night, sitting there watching everything that should have been mine, watching Nick touch her, stand next to her, smile at her, walk with her. She should have walked into my arms. She should have had my ring. She should be coming home to my house. She should be in my bed. I should be the one enjoying her body. I should be the one owning the life that fits me, not him. Never him. This wedding wasn't victory. It was a mistake. And mistakes get corrected. Update 5. It's been a couple years since the wedding, and I don't know why everyone acts like time means anything. People keep saying crap like, "You should move on," or "You'll find someone someday." Like, they didn't literally watch the universe make the dumbest decision possible right in front of us. I'm not just going to move on from what was supposed to be mine. I'm not the one who's wrong here. Everyone else just pretends things are normal because they're cowards and can't handle what's obvious. Nick is the same. Same boring, quiet, nothing personality. Same way of talking like he's scared of being heard. Same way of standing around like furniture. And somehow he gets to stand next to Mia every day like that's normal. Every picture of them looks like she's placed next to him, not with him. Like she's posing next to a wall. He doesn't match her. He never has. And yeah, I'm still at home. So what? Everyone keeps acting like that's some kind of insult. They don't get it. I don't have to leave. The house is my mother's, and when she's gone, it's mine. Nick can keep running around playing adult in whatever apartment or condo, or whatever he's doing. I don't need to prove I'm independent. I don't need to play that stupid game. I know where I belong. My mom tries to act casual about it at first, saying little things like she wishes Mia visited more or how Nick never calls, but I can hear it. I know her. I grew up with her. I know exactly what her voice sounds like when she starts realizing she made the wrong call. And she knows, too. She knows Mia should have been with me. She knows the whole situation is upside down. She doesn't want to say it. She doesn't want to admit it out loud, but she knows. And I swear the way she talks now, it's different. It's like she's testing the idea, like she's setting the stage. And then she finally said one thing that wasn't a hint. She just said it like it was obvious. She said, "If there had been a baby, things would have been different." And yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I've been saying in my head for years. A kid fixes everything. A kid closes the story. A kid is proof. Not just proof of love or whatever crap people say, but proof of connection. Proof of who really belongs where. Nick and Mia don't have a kid. They've been married years and there's no kid, which means nothing is final. Nothing is sealed. Nothing is written. Everyone is acting like the book is closed. And I'm just sitting here like, are you stupid? The story is still open. The ending hasn't happened yet. I can still feel it. I can still see it. I know exactly how it's supposed to go. And I do think about it. Not in that dramatic way people like to pretend is crazy, just quiet, clear, simple. I think about Mia next to me instead of him. I think about her waking up next to me. About the way she should look when she holds my child. The way her body fits mine. The way everything just feels right when I picture it. How it's supposed to be. Not how it looks right now. How it's supposed to be. Don't tell me to get help. Don't tell me to grow up. Don't tell me I'm delusional. Delusion is when you believe something that isn't real. I believe something that has been real since the day she walked in the door. I didn't make this feeling up. I recognized it. Everyone else is just slow or blind or pretending. She's mine. She always has been. Everyone just needs to catch up. Update 6. My mom said Mia probably just doesn't know how to show her feelings yet. That some women are quiet and careful. And it doesn't mean nothing's there. It just means they don't say it first. And yeah, that makes sense because Mia has always had that soft way about her, polite, controlled, trying not to make waves. So, obviously, she wasn't going to blurt it out at a dinner table. She needs the right place, the right air, the right moment. So my mom set it up. She talked to her family, talked to the planner, said, "I'm interested in the textile side and the event logistics," and whatever phrase makes people nod. And they nodded. Of course they did. So I was in rehearsals in the building, in the same rooms, which is exactly where I should have been from day one. And everyone knows it, even if they pretend they don't. And I walk in, and the room tightens like it always does. Don't argue. Bodies react before faces do. You can feel when someone that matters is present. Shoulders adjust. Eyes flick. Air changes. I don't need an announcement. I can tell. And Mia's there, obviously center without trying. And no, she doesn't look at me. And that's how I know she noticed, because people only stare at things that mean nothing. They look away from what hits too deep. She felt it. She always does. She just plays polite like she's supposed to, because everyone's watching and pretending they don't see what's right in front of them. Everyone else is noise, stylist assistants, creative directors who think carrying a clipboard is a personality, whatever. And then there's Angela, Miss Perfect Angles, Miss Runway Spine. Miss Every Post drools over her.
Fine.
I went up, because I don't freeze around women. I don't do nervous. I said she looked good because she does. And she gave me that slow top-to-bottom look like she's weighing whether I'm worth a syllable and goes, "Run along before you embarrass yourself." Like I'm a mall kid. Like she didn't feel anything, which is a lie, because everyone feels me even if they hate that they do. And before I can even throw it back, I clock Andrew with her.
Yeah.
Andrew, the CEO, playing photographer today, reviewing frames with her on the screen, standing too calm like he's the boss of Oxygen. And the second he hears my voice, he turns and does that flat voice thing he does. Not loud, not tough, just final. Don't approach the models again. Keep distance. This is a professional space. Not "that's my girlfriend." Because yeah, I know they used to date. Everyone knows it. Exes or whatever. I don't care. He still acts like he gets to draw lines with a marker, and now it's a law. The arrogance on that guy. It's always quiet ones who think rules are just the sound of their mouths. And while that's happening, I see Jack across the room with Carrera, because of course he's there. Stone face, zero blink like a scanner, not saying a single thing, just measuring. I hate that. Say it or don't, but don't stand there labeling me in your head like I can't feel it. And Carrera's got that tight look like she knows a storm is coming and doesn't want the glassware to break. All of them pretending I'm the problem when I'm the only person in this building telling the truth by existing. I back off because Mia is the point. Not because Andrew's voice means anything. Not because Angela thinks she can deliver the last word and walk. I back off because my mom is here and gives me that tiny headshake. The not yet. And I know what that means. Timing, control, correction. We don't waste it on noise. We hold for the moment that matters. We hold for her. Later, my mom says what I already know. Mia's stretched thin. Mia's overworked. Mia's tired in that way where people stop overthinking and go with what's natural. That's how she says it. When people are tired, they stop fighting themselves. And it clicks again, because Mia isn't cold. She's restrained. She carries things. She doesn't dump them on the table. That's why everyone misreads her.
Not me.
I read her right the first time. And this is not obsession. It's not fantasy. It's not me being dramatic in a mirror. This is alignment. This is the fix. The universe glitched and put her next to a placeholder, and we're just nudging it back where it belongs. And don't start with the lectures. I don't need therapy takes from people who weren't even there. I was there. I felt the room change when I walked in. I watched the way she kept her body steady while her breathing shifted. When I got close enough to matter, I saw Andrew pretend calm like that makes him important. I saw Angela act like she's above being looked at when her entire job is being looked at. I saw Jack watching like a lock on a door. I saw everything, and I'm done pretending I didn't. So, yeah, we're moving. No more waiting. No more maybe next time. No more giving slow people time to catch up. I'm in the rooms I'm supposed to be in. She's in the room she's supposed to be in. The distance is paper thin. And that's not me being poetic. That's just how it is.
Thin.
And paper tears easy. And I'm not sitting in the hallway anymore while everyone else walks through my life like it's theirs. This is happening because it was always going to happen. Because Mia and I make sense, and Nick never did. Because my mom sees it. Because I feel it. Because she feels it. Even if she won't look at it yet. And everybody else can flinch and whisper and watch and try to write rules on the fly, but it doesn't matter. It's already moving. We're already past the part where I'm supposed to let it go. I don't let go of things that are mine. I hold them. I wait. I take them home when it's time. And it's time. Finally. Update 7. They all think they put me in my place. That's the funny part. They really think I've been humbled or whatever. Like I'm going to just sit there and do little chores and stay out of the way and act grateful. They had me carrying fabric racks today.
Carrying.
Like some errand boy. Like some nobody. And they thought I wouldn't notice. They thought I'd be embarrassed. I wasn't embarrassed. I was waiting. Let them think they won something. Let them think I'm quiet now. Let them think I'm behaving. It just makes it easier. My mother finally remembered who I am today. She came in all serious, acting like she was the mastermind, and said she invited Mia over for tea to help her unwind. That's what she said. But I saw it in her eyes. She's done pretending we're doing the slow plan. She knows it's time. But I didn't trust her to handle it right. She's too soft. Too careful. So I got something myself. Something that will make everything quiet. Not violent, not messy, just quiet, still, easy. She'll just stop overthinking for once. She'll stop acting like she doesn't feel the pull between us. She'll just be in the moment with me. And the best part is, everyone is acting like they're doing damage control, like they're trying to keep me away after that stupid rehearsal incident. But the truth is, they just push things exactly where they needed to be because Mia is coming here, to this house, to my space, and she's already tired. She's already worn down. She's already soft around the edges. I've been watching her.
She's not as guarded lately.
She's just coasting through her days. Perfect timing. My mother thinks the point is just to sit with her, be there when she wakes up, like we're supposed to make her think something happened.
No.
She's going to know. She's going to wake up next to me, and there won't be confusion. There won't be fear. There won't be questions. The moment she opens her eyes, her body will understand before her brain does, because this is where she was meant to be. This is where she should have been from day one. Nick never touched her, right? I know that. I could see it. He doesn't know how to hold someone like her. He doesn't have the instinct. He doesn't have the pull. He doesn't have the connection. He doesn't have what I have. She was supposed to give me a child. My features, my name, my bloodline, not his. And I've waited. I've waited longer than anyone realizes, longer than she realizes, longer than even my mother realizes. She'll be here soon, like less than an hour. I can already picture her walking in, tired, soft, slowing down, finally not running away with that polite smile anymore. Just real. Just here. Just mine. The universe finally catching up to what I have known this entire time. I'm calm. I'm steady. I'm ready. This is the part where everything finally goes back to the way it was always supposed to be. Final update. The local news was buzzing with a shocking report. Mia, a well-known public figure, and her family were embroiled in a criminal incident several months ago. According to official police statements and court filings, authorities revealed that Mia was allegedly drugged while visiting the home of her in-laws. The suspects identified in the case? Her mother-in-law and brother-in-law, Scott, who reportedly attempted to isolate her while she was unconscious. Sources confirmed that Nick, Mia's husband, arrived at the residence alongside Andrew, Jack, Carrera, and Angela, preventing further harm. Emergency services rushed Mia to the hospital, where she remained unconscious for several days before finally regaining consciousness. Law enforcement has not released additional case details, citing ongoing legal proceedings, but both suspects were arrested and are currently awaiting trial. In the aftermath, the family briefly postponed a planned fashion showcase connected to Mia's work and extensive community network. The event later proceeded, but with a powerful twist. Organizers announced that all funds raised would be donated to charity organizations focused on supporting individuals affected by coercion and abuse-related trauma. Representatives stated this decision aimed to promote safety resources and provide support to those impacted by similar circumstances. Then, at the event itself, Mia and Nick made a heartwarming public announcement. They are expecting twins, a joyous development confirmed by close family representatives. The news was met with overwhelming support from attendees and the broader community. Public figures and colleagues acknowledged Andrew, Jack, Carrera, and Angela for their pivotal involvement in ensuring Mia was not left unattended during the incident. No further personal statements from Mia or Nick have been released, and requests for privacy have been reiterated. The criminal case remains active, with additional information to be released as permitted by court authorities. Meanwhile, Scott had been falling apart from the moment the cell door shut behind him. He tried to act like he always did, louder than everyone else, larger than he really was, convinced that his temper and his surname could still mean something. But the walls didn't listen. The men inside didn't care who he thought he was. That was when he met Big T. Big T didn't have to threaten him or make a show of force. His presence alone announced who held power in that place. The other inmates stepped out of his way, without being told. When Big T looked at Scott, everything Scott believed himself to be broke in half. Scott tried to stand his ground. He tried to talk back. He tried to show he was the one in control. He learned quickly that control was something taken, not claimed. Big T had a partner, his wife him, as the cell block called him, and together they made certain Scott understood exactly where he now stood.
A toy.
An object. A possession. They called him Fat Bun, not to mock him, but to define him. Scott cried. He screamed. He begged. No guard intervened. No inmate stepped forward. The world he had always used to shield himself simply did not exist here. The pain lasted weeks. The humiliation lasted longer. One night, Scott heard Big T speak with someone across the tier. Not loudly. Not triumphantly. Just in passing. "Tell Jack I'm enjoying the gift." The name meant nothing to Scott at first, but the tone told him everything. He realized then his mother couldn't help him. His father couldn't reach him. Nick wasn't thinking about him at all. Scott had believed he was the chosen one. But here he was, just claimed, and no one would undo it. Somewhere far from concrete and steel, in a quiet room washed in the stillness of night, Jack sat upright in bed. His skin was damp with sweat, his breath tight and uneven. The darkness pressed close, not empty, but familiar. He had been holding it back. The hunger, the violence, the part of himself that had once moved without hesitation. He had built walls of discipline around it. He had convinced himself that stillness was strength. But the past does not disappear simply because someone wills it to. He heard their voices, the ones whose lives ended under his hands. They didn't accuse him. They simply existed, echoing in memory. But one voice always broke through the rest. Hers. The woman he loved. The one who grounded him. The one who saw him before the world named him. She was his Sophia, not in name but in meaning. He remembered the basement where he found her.
Chained. Bruised.
Breath faint and fragile. They had hurt her in ways no apology could repair. He lifted her carefully, hands trembling, tears burning his vision. And even then, even in pain, she smiled for him. She apologized for being late. She apologized for asking him to release the monster he kept caged. She apologized for what she was asking him to become. Then she died in his arms, and the headmaster stepped into the doorway. Jack's breath shook. The door to the bedroom opened softly. Sierra stood there, quiet concern shaping her expression. "Are you all right?" she asked. Jack looked at her, and for one slow, fragile heartbeat, He saw the echo of the woman he lost reflected in the way Sierra watched him, not with fear, but understanding. "I'm fine," he said. Sierra nodded, though the truth lay clear between them. She stepped out and closed the door behind her, leaving him alone with the dark. Jack lay back slowly. He had stopped killing to try to create something that resembled peace. Even if it was temporary, even if it was thin and brittle, but the peace was cracking. He could feel the fracture forming. Sierra knew it. Jack knew it. And somewhere, Andrew would one day have to face it. When that time came, either Jack would finally find peace, or the world would see a monster worse than the one it feared before. The night did not move. What do you think of Jack's dark past and his struggle for peace? Have you ever had to fight against a part of yourself? Tell me what you think in the comments. I really want to know.